sorry. I missed my hour of sleep the other night. The clocks went forward. It seems like every year they keep saying, we need to do away with this, we need to do away with this, but they can't get it done. But then you know what? The farmers would love to have it done away with, because there's always someplace, somewhere, some farmer is going to say, it's burning up my crops. Last week, State of the Union, a lot of people are saying that kicked off President Biden's re-election. And the Republicans, of course, had their rebuttal. Alabama Senator Katie Britt, the two. And we tolerate it by voting for people who can't get their jobs done. Anyway, Uvalde, wow, the police have been exonerated. There's 77 minutes that, in my mind, need to be accounted for. Now, it's not what I do for a living, but it certainly begs the question. Anyway, let's get to today's topic. That's right. This week we're going to talk about how do you retire from what goes on at my desk. And there's 7 points that I want to bring to your attention. Point number 1, you're going to have a reduction, or most of you are going to have a reduction in income. With that reduction in income means that you're probably going to have a lifestyle adjustment. And that can both cause you financial, emotional, and even physical problems. So you're going to lose your employer-based group benefits, most of you. And that can be your medical, your dental, your vision, your life insurance, your disability benefits. These are things that you're going to lose. You're going to have to call your insurance company and ask them for what's referred to as a letter of credible coverage. That letter is probably going to say the name of the insurance company, a group ID, your ID, probably the date that the insurance began for you, but what's very, very important, it has to say the date that you lost your insurance, and that letter is important. If I don't need it up front, at some point in time somebody may ask you for that letter, so make sure you get it. Number 3, let's look at if you're under age 65 and you have to replace your health insurance. That's where that letter, once again, is very important to you. When you lose your health insurance, you're going to have to go to probably the marketplace to get your insurance, and they're going to issue a policy, but probably within 60 to 90 days, they're going to ask you for a copy of that letter for you to continue your insurance. You can come to me to get your health insurance through the marketplace. We'll work with you to pick the right plan, to make sure your doctor's in that plan, and more importantly, to make sure you know what you have, because it's going to be very different from what you have through your employer, most likely. For those of you who are turning 65 or over 65, you're going to have your Medicare card, your Medicare Part A, and most likely Part B if you're coming to me. I need Medicare Part B. If you don't have it or you're planning for your retirement in the near future, you can go to www.ssa.gov or www.medicare.gov. There you can apply online for your Medicare Part A and B. If you don't know how to do it, on the bottom of the screen, give me a call. I'll walk you through it. It's not that hard, and first time you do it, it's like, oh no, it's frightening. But then once we go through it, I can do it for everybody else under 65 in the entire country. That's how easy it is. So point number 4, the reason I need your Medicare Part A and B, they're going to give you a claim number. It's a funky 11-digit number with effective date for Part A and effective date for Part B. I need that because you're going to now need to have a Medicare supplement with a standalone separate drug card, or you're going to need a Medicare Advantage plan. And I need that Medicare claim number to make sure you can buy those 2 policies, or 3 depending on your situation. The thing you're going to have to reevaluate, point number 6, you're going to have to reevaluate maybe your life insurance needs. Situation has changed. And your long-term care. Don't worry about disability. You're retired. Nobody's going to give you disability when you're retired and you're not working. But long-term care is, oh, don't tell me, I don't want to think about it. It's nursing home insurance. A lot of people want that for estate preservation. They want that to make sure they're not down at the one that smells, and you're in a ward of people, so that you get the proper care. So that may need to be addressed. So lastly, one thing that you're going to probably need to do is to reevaluate your property and casualty insurance. What's property and casualty? Property and casualty is, hold on, your home, your auto, your umbrella. At that time, your needs may have changed. But it's also a good time to do it simply because a lot of people have purchased their property and casualty insurance many years ago, 20, 30, 40 years ago. And 20, 30, or 40 year ago policy limits may be inappropriate today. And if you reevaluated your financial needs, you might realize you have value there, you have worth that you didn't know. Many times I ask people what their net worth is, and they come back and they go, wow, because this stuff is accumulated over time, and a lot of it's accumulated through employer-based savings programs. So those are 7 points from my desk that you need to be concerned about, and we can help you make this transition. One, we're accustomed to doing it. For you, it's very stressful and frightening. We hope if you call us at the bottom of the screen, we work through this with you, we can take a lot of that stress off your shoulders, and you can transition into a beautiful, wonderful retirement. So other people you might want to talk to outside of my desk is you should probably talk to a good financial planner to have an idea of what type of income and how that's going to work for you. You may need to talk to an attorney to make sure that your wills and your estate is current. Those are a couple people outside of my realm that you should probably talk to. Hey Mark, what's going on at the MLD Agency? Hey, we had a great week last week. We're still working with a couple groups for their group health insurance, an individual transitioning into retirement, and a couple people on their senior citizen products. By the way, a lot of these insurance companies, it seems like for April 1st, are taking some pretty substantial Medicare supplement premium increases. If you're getting one that you don't think is right or fair, give me a call right here at the bottom of the screen. Let's take a look at yours and see if we can find you something that's still in your best interest that will save you some money. There's no glory in overpaying, is there? Unless you're so rich that you can boast that you're overpaying. I don't know. Anyway, until next week, take care.